Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series. This is going to be the Football Manager Save Showcase, and today we're going to be looking at Football Manager 2014 and one of my saves in particular, or at least a snapshot of one of my saves. I found them on an old laptop the other day and I thought it would be great to go through them and relive the memories along with you guys and show you what I got up to before I did YouTube. So, this first one was a Journeyman save, funnily enough, which is what I do on YouTube at the moment. I'm Joe. If you are new, and make sure you do subscribe for daily Football Manager content. But this was a save I did with Reading, or started it with Reading. I actually started unemployed in this save, and we had a professional footballer reputation. If I go onto my profile, yeah, we had a professional footballer reputation. We are now continental, as you can see, and we got a job at Reading in 2013. I don't know the exact date of it, but if we do have a look, how do you see it again? I think it's probably on contract actually. If I go into history, then achievements. Yeah, there you go. 28th to the 12th, 2013. We took over Reading, and we had a really good time of it. we took over a struggling Reading team in the Championship. As you can see, we got promoted that season. If we go back to that first year, if you go into stages and then go back to the first year, we just snuck into the playoffs in 6th place. And so often with teams in real life, with football in general, the team that finishes in 6th place in the Championship tends to go up along with the top two, which that year were Nottingham Forest and Blackburn. We'll have a little look at the transfers that we made that opening season, and I think you will be rather surprised at the people we brought in. So there's this guy, Sifiwi Shalabala. I don't think I actually brought this guy in. He was already at the club or came in that season. He had a very good year, to be fair to him, and had a good couple of years in the Premier League before we let him go. But our first signing was David James. We brought him in. He's now an assistant manager. He didn't play any games for us, but was decent experience from what I can remember. But this was the big one. We brought in Thierry Henry on a free transfer. I don't know how I pulled this one off, to be honest. As you can see, he's an under-18s coach now, but he came in, he scored 3 goals in 21. Not very many then. He also got 5 assists, only averaged a 6.74. He was quite disappointing, but the fact I had Thierry Henry and we got him back into the Premier League, he played for a couple of years and then retired, which was a shame, but we've got him as an under-18s coach. We signed Martin Kelly from Liverpool. I think he's, oh no, he's not still at the club actually, but had a good first year in the Championship. We also signed Ben Pearson, Alexander Kleb, Michael Keane on loan, and Carlos Marquena. And as you can see, so some people went out, not too many people though. But yeah, we got promoted that first season, as you can see, in 6th place, and then we came into the Premier League with a bang. You can see that we eventually did win the Premier League, but if we go here, we finished 5th in our first season, and we were only 4 points off Champions League football. And you know, this was in the days of never transfers, which, you know, was quite interesting, and you can see we spent 50 million that summer, which is a lot. We signed Yanga Mbiwa from Newcastle, Jack Cork. We signed Victor Valdez on a free transfer, Sergio Romero on a free transfer. So 2 top quality goalkeepers. That's exactly the same move that Man United made actually in real life. 1 year, I'm pretty sure. Tom Ince, we brought him in from Blackpool. Josh McEachran on loan. Park Chu Yong on loan. There's this guy. Hold on. How did... Oh, maybe it was third-party ownership. Panagun... I don't know his name, but he wasn't very good anyway. We signed Gareth Barry on a free transfer. He's been a bit of a revelation. Mathieu Flamini, Giaccherini, Van der Wiel, Gabriel Barbosa for 6 million. I think that was a bargain. Johan Cabaye on loan. Vidra, is he still at the club? No, he's not. But came in and scored 4 goals in 17 appearances the first season, but he didn't really do much after that. Alessandro Del Piero, we brought him on loan. How did he do? 2 appearances, didn't even score. Unbelievable. Franco De Santo, I think this was a pretty good signing, actually. If I remember correctly. Actually, no, 3 goals in 13 appearances. I'm showing that I have no idea what was going on. Moussa Sow, we brought him in for 8 million from Fenerbahce. Again, a player that did alright in his first season, but obviously in his second season didn't do as well, and we sold him on to AC Milan. And Vedran Korluka came in from Lokomotiv Moscow. So a lot of players signed there. And 50 million spent, and we finished 5th with that team, which was pretty damn good, to be honest. If we have a look at the best 11 from that year, so it was this year, wasn't it? So Gabriel Barbosa up top, 13 goals from 32 appearances that season. Royston Drenthe, who actually played for them in real life. Shalabala, Tom Ince as well, having a good season. Gareth Barry doing alright. Mathieu Flamini, but as you can see, not many 7s in there. It was just, I don't know, we were good at grinding out results. If we actually have a look at the fixtures from that season, let's see. So you can see the start of the season wasn't that good. We only won 2 or 3 of the first sort of 10 games, and then just went on an insane run, especially towards the end of the season. We lost the last game to Tottenham, in fact. But a very good season. As you can see, I haven't got the logos and stuff installed because I've just reinstalled this version of the game. But yeah, Gabriel Barbosa scoring 13 goals. You wouldn't see a side finish 5th with their top scorer only getting 13 goals, but that's the way it was. We then went into the next season and we finished 6th, I believe. And I'll show you that in a minute, but these are the players we signed. Ricky Lambert came in for £1 million. He was brilliant the first season. 17 goals in 32 appearances. That was many consecutive seasons where he'd scored over sort of 12 goals, which is fantastic, really, for a guy his age. He hasn't had the best of seasons, the most recent one, but a good player. Adam Lallana for 10 million. I remember he was quite special. A 7.2 and a 7.02 in those 2 seasons. Julian Lescott, we brought in Ryan Bertrand. Nedelev, I don't remember this guy. Did he play? He played alright. Not the best. Pedro, we brought in. Will Hughes, always a go-to signing back in the day. Van der Wiel, Geordie. Ryan Shawcross from Man United for £20 million. They signed him from Stoke for 10 million, and then we signed him, and I think he was one of the main reasons why we managed to win a title. Daniel Alves in there as well, but spend another 50 odd million in the end there, which is pretty insane. We brought in 9 million for Tom Ince. We also brought in 3 million for Alex Pearce, 5 million for Franco De Santo, and 2 for this Kone guy who we didn't play. So we recouped 20 million, which wasn't bad. We were going into the Europa League that season, and I believe we actually did alright, to be perfectly honest. Let's have a look at the best 11 from that year then. So it was this year. Ricky Lambert obviously up top, 30 goals in 49 appearances over the season. 11 for Pedro, 11 for Lallana, 18 for Giaccherini. So a very good sort of front 4 there, lots of goals, and it's surprising that we actually finished lower that season. Jack Cork and Flamini in the middle, a good back 4. Victor Valdez doing alright in goal. Barbosa not having as good a season as his first season in the Premier League, but that's the way it goes. And as you can see, we finished 6th that season. If we go to stages and we go back, or forward a season I should say, we finished on 60 points, which was 2 points more than we finished with last season, but we finished 6th, but ahead of Man City, which is not a bad result. But we were 8 points off the top 4 this season, so it really was a big surprise when we came the next season and actually won the whole thing. 80 points, 4 points clear of Liverpool, qualifying for the Champions League, although I'll get to that in a second. And we'll have a look at the transfers that we made for this season. If we go into transfer history and then go forward. So Jordi Amat, Nathan Redmond, I think he was a good signing if I do remember correctly. Yeah, 7 goals and 9 assists. Good player. Micah Richards, Pedro we actually signed permanently. Jorge Enriquez, I don't remember him. Viviano, Wesley Sneijder. Jordan Rhodes, I think this was a key signing actually, which we'll have a look at. Ben Davies for 19 million as well. So we spent 60 million this year. Only recouped, well, we recouped 32 million. Who did we sell? We sold Shane Duffy, Martin Kelly, Jamie Patterson. Who else did we sell? Musa Sow, Vedran Korluka, Yanga Mbiwa, Vidra. Who's this? Jack Cork. So we did sign sell quite a few players in the end, which is a bit surprising. Let's have a look at the best 11 for this title-winning season then. It hasn't actually come out yet, but if we have a look at squad performances, it is very difficult to use this interface when you're not used to it. I'm not a complete idiot. But top goal scorer was Jordan Rhodes with 28 from 51, Nathan Redmond 18 from 42, Pedro 15 from 45, and Lallana 13 from 44. A couple of 8s there for Barbosa and Nedelev. Top average rating was Adam Lallana with a 7.3, and then Shawcross with a 7.6, and Victor Valdez with a 7.22. If we look at the season as a whole, we went out in the FA Cup 3rd round. That was the wrong season. So let's have a look at our first year in the Europa League actually. This was our first year, and we got the first knockout round but went out against AS Monaco. We didn't do especially well in the cups. We got the semi-final of the Capital One Cup, but we didn't do any better than that. This was our second year in the Europa League, and this year we got the second knockout round before being knocked out by Bayern, and we actually won. This is this season. We won the Capital One Cup 3-2 against Chelsea in extra time. Brilliant stuff that. And we lost 4-3 to Arsenal in the 5th round of the FA Cup. But we won the Premier League, and that was fantastic. And I don't know how we did it. If we have a look at the favoured personnel and stuff, you can see we are favoured personnel, but we're not more than that. Gylfi Sigurdsson is favoured there. He's playing for Inter in this save. But it is pretty crazy what we actually achieved at Reading. But as you can see, you know, this was in an age of where I wasn't very financially prudent, to say the least. And we're 33 million in debt. And look at how it's gone down over the years. If we look at the projection, we're projected to go nearly 200 million in debt. So this club is going bust at some point. But it's looking like they're going to be banned from the Champions League, and I think that's what actually did happen in this save. And I did leave to move on to somebody else. But if you do want to see, I don't know, another video on this, maybe do a season with this Reading team. Can we get them back on track financially? Can we retain their title? I think that would be quite interesting. But let me know down in the comments what you think. And I do plan on doing extra episodes for this this sort of series, if you like. As you can see, the blacked out badges on the thumbnail. Maybe you guys can guess where we went next in our journey. I think there was 5 clubs in all, which was really, really fun. It was one of my favourite saves, and I really do remember it. It's one of those that's stuck in my mind over the years, and no, it was a very good one. So if you have enjoyed this little episode, make sure you leave a like down below. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see anything else on this save. If you remind us on, I'll actually... or if you want to see it, I'll leave a link to this save, or I'll upload it, and you guys can have a play around with it, have a look at things that you might want to see. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.